Hello, everyone. This is your host, Sharon Berkowitz, and I'd like to welcome everyone to our special guest today, Ella Arbit. Welcome, Ella.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon.
And today we welcome a new period in Judaism, Tanakh. And Ella, can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Well, I am very prepared to talk about that subject. And about 8 years ago, God came to me with all the power that He had for me, and my life, as I knew before, has changed. Did I begin that period? No, I didn't. It was a beginning of self-knowing that included Him and Mother later on. Tanakh, He announced on the 4th, December 4th, 2016, Tanakh is His pride. What does it mean to be a proud father? And He's going through me as a Tanachim. It's a part of not knowing. I cannot exchange thought with you right now. He is overpowering my spinal column with what He needs to do, the way He sees it. And it's beyond and above righteous. And by the way, righteous, I'm pleased to say, is not the way it was viewed before. And that's the integrity that I hold because we didn't study Torah with him. He just gave me 10 commandments and he said, that's it. That's all that you need. Let's go on. So Dr. and Rabbi Maimonides was teaching me Talmud, Kabbalah. Hashem made me into what He wanted. And He says it's beyond speculations.
So when you're studying Judaism, and for our audience, what can you tell them that how you've benefited from all of this?
I studied self. I truly began anew, was a-religious, a product of Soviet Union, and I was shocked when he began, and my options were to say no to him. I did say no, proper or not, judge me if you will, he'll judge you back. I said what was written for me, and it was a no.
And a lot of times when people are open to receiving information, that they find themselves in resistance, that they're fighting something back that they don't want to hear or experience. And so how did you deal with that?
I was neither open or closed. I was myself. I was treating my patients. I was raising my family. I was a knower to a degree of knowing which is pleasantly mine. Was He watching me all my life? From the very beginning.
As everyone, correct? Because everyone is being watched and guided in many ways.
Tanakh will explain a lot of unknown. I will work on the part that is misleading to all to a fullest degree. I know the year I'm going to pass on, and we have all written out to a second. My love for God was tested and retested many centuries, many times, and during this lifetime, I've proven to Him twice that I can walk away from beloved husband that I didn't marry, the choice for profession that I loved. But unlike all the other fathers that are side by side with us, he became a more prominent father to me than my biological father, and that pleased God.
Yes, it's always, your belief system. It's like where you're coming from inside and how that makes you feel. And then that's how you move forward in your life, making choices. And there's no judgment really about the choices that you make. It's only the judgment that you have within yourself and realizing that are you really living your truth. And by listening and hearing your inner wisdom, your inner voice, whatever you'd like to call it. So how has that guided you to this moment?
It protected me. It protected me to the point that I was not supposed or meant to read anything for 5 years. It was a very tender period where He was double guessing me. I had no idea what it was amounting to. Before we began with love, as father and mother together, archangels were treating me like a newbie, were They were projecting me onto the surface where I needed to learn to become a guide for other people. So they meant business. It was 24/7, 8 years, 24/7. I cannot exclude them. They're actually excluding people from my life who don't belong, which is a wonderful treatment, everyday treatment. That does not distort my vision. It just allows me to be where I need to end my life, because at the end, he actually asks us.
You know, and it happens too that we are so influenced by our friends, our family, the media, all these things that are around us, you know, our environment. And you found your own truth within yourself and your angels. And so for those that may believe in a higher being or higher guidance, that there are, you know, other things outside of us that also help and aid us. And sometimes our thoughts are not even our own thoughts. And we have to realize where that comes from as well. And for you, being in that place where for 5 years you weren't being influenced by all these factors outside of yourself, that you really had time to go into the depth within and find things for yourself.
Well, I was not influenced. I was protected from my birth for what I came to do. Protection was number one for our beloved father, and I had to function without knowing that I'm protected. But I was born knowing. I was born seeing I cannot believe that I could have been a different person.
So we welcome the new period in Judaism. And can you speak a little bit more about Tanakh and how that's influenced you to where you are today?
He will be more present. He will be actually our eyes. He will be teaching us via our own vision on what it is he is actually seeing in other people, in the midst of loving, in daily routine. He's going to teach us at the level that we need to know. We have 15 centuries of Tanakh. I know what's going to follow. Tanakh. It will be another time. It will be a lot of written material. 2017 for me, our calendar, of course, is very prominent. The material is pre-written. I came with this knowledge. I hear it. And he gives me a quarter of a second to clue in onto that agenda-free media that he gives me beyond of anyone else knows, beyond of what I even know. It comes with me at the second of conceiving his thought. And let's leave it at that. For different people, for another person, it will be a different flow. You were actually having a Tanakh moment, Sharon, while you were preparing. We didn't share the words. We didn't know how we are going to teach others about this Tanakh period, but he came to you. I only knew what he told me, that he was working with you for 40 minutes. Were you conceiving an ideal thought from him? Were you giving yourself a second thought? Were you doubting yourself? Let's keep all those things between you and I for later, where it can be honest between you and I. But I just knew that you were pre-studying for this for 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This is
correct.
That's what he told me. So it's not influencing another person. God forbid. And by the way, God forbid to influence another person. It's sacred. It's his journey with us. And I want to tell all the rational people out there, it's his way. That's the end of our presentation on Tanakh.
So I want to thank everyone for joining us, and have a wonderful, beautiful day. Hello, everyone. This is your host, Sharon Berkowitz, and with me today is our special guest, Ella Arbit. And Ella is a graduate of Integrative Medicine Fellowship. She's also the founder of Divine Support, LLC. And also the trademark is pending, we know that. And also, Ella, I'm so excited to have you back today and with our wonderful audience. And what can you share with us?
Well, we specifically want to mention the trademark itself. It's Modem USA. Modem is a company that will give a lot of salvation to a lot of sufferers. It's magnetically prone to save lives, health, and attitudes.
And how do people go about that? How would they approach you with this?
A modem is, I will be telling everybody with the biggest smile, we're born in. And nobody knew how actually the birth schedules itself, pronounces itself, and gives the product, i.e. us. But nobody ever knew what helps us. Same exact structure that came with us, if we're willing to use it to our advantage, we can call it a spontaneous healing because this is what healing is. But I, as a researcher, gave a lot of thought as practicing fellow on what we can do to help to support ourselves at the higher than high level. It actually is a high breed of new professionals that will be joining this thought process because uniqueness is not there. It's what we needed to know again because medicine as a whole is waiting for something new.
So there's a discovery period within this that now we're excited to share and that you're coming forth with this approach that can help people to really understand and help them with who they are, because they've come here, you know, they were born with certain attributes, certain destinations that they're headed in their life, what they're up to, their DNA, things that they're maybe programmed for, or certain choices that they may be making in their life. And then you're here to help those that are looking for help or may not. Is that correct?
It's a gift from God. It truly is a gift. I was praying, and he was alongside, standing with me. Even in the shower, I was crying to God and saying, medicine needs something different. Father, please help. So after several years of prayers, I went back to school and finished the fellowship, and my eyes were wide open from all the agenda-free, medical-free approach that first archangels were sharing with me. Then I saw the light and I saw God and I sought his help and I wanted to be helped. Since that time, it's working. It's healing the resilience part that medicine cannot and will not. It just doesn't exist in a pill. So Modem USA is a magnetic filter that comes with us, that times us, heals us, structures us, loves us back, if you know the advancement of that structure at the heart level. For 2017, I'm afraid to say how many people will reach that point, but at least we can be guided by self-healed modem because many left the modem and it's starting to come back to us. So many will understand what modem is. Modem USA is a partnership company with love. And that's what I wanted to share with our public today. I thank you so much, Sharon, for allowing me to come and give this little speech, little presentation. I'm so looking forward to 2017.
And I like how you also said about self-healing. So it's helping people to know that they have the ability and the sense of
natural ability
to do it themselves.
It's beyond our senses.
So it's beyond Western medicine.
It's not even a medicine. A baby being born along the side with a modem. This is what life is. It's a life prolonging. It's a historic moment. It's a moment of truth between us, kids, and Father.
Wonderful.
I love you all.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And again, thank you, Ella Arbit. Have a wonderful rest of your day.